Hey guys, and welcome to my video here. Today I'm going to be talking about the GTX 1070 MSI Gaming X and sort of give my thoughts about it, whether I think it's worth the money, whether I think it's a good card overall basically. So I bought mine a week ago. Cost quite a lot of money actually, considering the price of all the others. Cost me 450 quid, which is about, I think, $600, $700. So given the RRP of about $450, you know, it's quite a lot of money for a graphics card. The reason I bought it is because I've been waiting for quite a long time to get a new card, and I sort of set my eye on the 1070 and decided that was the one I was going to get. So, in terms of performance, it's really good. It performs really well considering this is, well, I'm using the day one driver. There haven't been any more updates, so considering this is the first driver, it performs damn well. So the card I had before was the R9 380 4GB one, which is, well, it's about a mid-rangey card, maybe sort of low mid-range card. And the performance difference between that and the 1070 is huge. Like, to give an example, GTA 5, with the R9 380 I was running on all lowest settings and getting about 60 FPS with VSync, some frame drops on multiplayer. And without VSync on lowest, it was about 80 to 100. Still some frame drops, and there was some stuttering here and there in full lobbies. But that can be expected because there's hackers and stuff. With the 1070, the MSI gaming one that I have, I play on ultra settings, everything maxed out apart from MSAA, because MSAA is the biggest frame kill I think I've ever seen in a game ever. Advanced graphics is on, everything. And I pretty much get, I get about, with VSync off, about 70 to 80 FPS. In the video that I've done, it lags quite badly. That's just because of the Afterburner software. It doesn't lag anywhere near as bad if you're not recording. I would have to say that of all the games I've recorded benchmarks of, the GTA 5 is the one that had the biggest difference in terms of how well it performed without recording, how well it performed with. It was, it was quite substantially better without recording compared to, say, Just Cause 3. Which performed about the same whether I was recording or not, which is interesting to say the least. So performance difference is massive if you're going from quite a low-endy card. I mean, I'll put the link in the description to the R9 380 there so you can sort of get a good idea of what I'm talking about. Another comparison then, the highest clock speed I managed to get the 1070 is about 1900. I've never seen it hit 2000 so far, but I haven't overclocked it yet, so that'll be something I'll do. Compared to my R9 380, where the highest I ever hit, I think, was 1100-ish, maybe 1200 at boost. It was something around there. And yeah. So, would I recommend the card? Honestly, for me, it would very much depend on the card that you have before. For example, if you have a card like I did, which cost £200 and didn't perform particularly well, if I'm really honest, then absolutely it's worth it. However, if you have a card like a GTX 970, no, I do not think it's worth upgrading. Because I have a friend who, after I bought the 1070, he said to me, let's compare, let's compare the performance. I was quite interested. So we were playing GTA 5 together and benchmarking them. And honestly, sometimes his 970 actually performed better. Granted, he does have a better CPU than me. He has, I think, the i7 6700K, which can have an impact. But his performance is about the same, if not a little better. So if you account for the CPU, then you're talking about a 5-10 FPS difference, which is not much considering the amount of money the card costs right now. So I would say not worth it if you're only going up one generation of cards. 2 or more generations, though, definitely worth it. Now, for people, because I've seen a few people in the comments and that saying, they're building a PC and they're wondering if this is the best card for them. And they're wondering if you can run most games on max settings and that. So, every game that I've currently benchmarked, which is about 5 or 6 games, because I've only had it for a weekend, every game I've had has managed to run max settings pretty much no trouble at all. The only game that's had a bit of a problem was Arma 3. That game just did not want to know. It was lagging like fuck. I mean, seriously. I was getting about 30 to 40 FPS on load. It was horrific. So I've yet to turn the settings down on that actually, but I would imagine it would run better. But Arma 3 is quite a badly optimized game, so I would sort of take that with a pinch of salt, if you know what I mean. Just Cause 3 ran astonishingly well. I was surprised the most by that, and Arkham Knight. They both, considering they're both quite badly optimized, they ran really well. GTA 5 ran a lot better. There was still a little lag problems, but yeah, it ran very, very well. So to new builders, I would say if you have the money, absolutely go for it. If you have the money. And it will also very much depend on the games you're trying to run. Like if you're trying to run Arma 3, there pretty much isn't a PC in the whole world that's going to run Arma 3 really, really, really well. You're going to get lag, it's going to happen, especially if you're playing mods. Same goes for Arma 2. I've yet to upload a video about this, but I've been playing DayZ Epoch a lot recently. And I was playing on my R9 380 a week ago on a DayZ server. It was about, yeah, it was heavily modded, so quite laggy. I was getting about 30 FPS, 20 odd in cities. Installed my graphics card a few days ago, the 1070, and I was benchmarking on there. And I was getting about 60 FPS on the busy server and about 30 odd in cities. It was better, quite a lot better, but not massively better considering how old rather the Arma 2 is. So if you're looking at running those kinds of games, I would sort of focus more on your CPU rather than your GPU, because I reckon the 380 or something like that would be better, or a 970 maybe. But for graphics card intensive stuff, GTA 5, games like that, you know, Arkham Knight, I would absolutely recommend the 1070. So really, you know, it's about what you want to run, the games you want to run, how you want to run them. If you want to run every game at max settings at 1080p, absolutely I would recommend this card. Even at 1440 it seems to go quite well. I can't benchmark that, however, because my monitor only goes up to 1080p, so I won't be able to test that out for you guys. I might be doing a Star Wars Battlefront video though in the near future. So yeah, in short, yes, I would recommend it to people who are buying a new computer or who have graphics cards that are quite old or quite substantially lower performance. However, like a generation lower, like a 980 Ti, don't upgrade from a 980 Ti. That's not worth it. Arguably, the 980 Ti still performs better actually. But if you're upgrading from like a 980 or a 970, anything above a 970 in performance, don't bother. It's not worth the money. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I've said everything I need to say here. If you guys need to know anything else, just post in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have about the GTX 1070 MSI gaming there. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was informative. See you guys later. Goodbye.